All right, so everybody, I'd like to welcome the IBF 140-pound champion from Gary, Indiana, Mary Mcgee. There was a slight miscommunication between me and Mary. I thought that she was on East Coast time, then I remembered she's in Indiana. So they I think y'all are an hour behind us because it's like what time is it over here? Yeah, it's 2 p.m. over here, but I know it's 1 p.m. over here.
And now,
All right, so first things first, we're acquainted. Know you got a fight coming up. Talk to me about what happened with Victoria Bustos, because it was something that she said, and it's not appropriate. What did she say?
she called me a little monkey.
Mm.
Ooh. She called me a little monkey. Okay. So with boxers, it's always a little talk, you know what I mean, between each other. And it was a post that my friend Clarissa Shields had commented on because they had posted a photo of Victoria and made it seem like she was the IBF champion when I'm the IBF champion. And Clarissa said, well, this post should say Mary Mcgee is defending her IBF title, not the other way around. And I said, that's okay when I beat her, because I'm going to beat her around the ring. They'll remember who I am, then I get my respect, or something of that nature. So she came back with her junk talk about I'm not ready for her and she's not scared of me and I better be able to do it or I'm gonna have a hard time. So I came back with a little more junk talk, and I'm kind of funny. So, I was telling some jokes, but no racist jokes, because I hate racism. Be it the history of it, I hate racism. And then she comes back with the blah, 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 little monkey. And it was like, what? For years and years, hundreds of years, little monkey has been used as a derogatory term towards black people. And we are in the year of 2021. How are we still using racist slurs?
Mm.
How is that even respected in the sport of boxing? You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So for me to know that that's her attitude, it gave me more motivation. It didn't even make me mad. It just was like, yeah, you gonna make me pull my best stuff out on you, because I was just gonna box you at first, but now I'm gonna work you.
That's what I was going to ask you about. Like, you've been around since 2005, 32 professional contests, a veteran of the sport, damn near 20 years, 16 years in the game. Is this the first time that it was ever personal between you and another fighter?
I ain't gonna even say this personal. It's just she needs to learn a lesson. You know what I mean? I take this as this a sport, and I want to respect the sport, and I want to respect the people that's in it, and respecting them. If somebody talking junk, Muhammad Ali used to talk junk. Clarissa Shields a great fighter. She talks her junk when she wants to. It's boxing. That's okay. That's what we do. But to take it disrespectful and derogatory and go towards race, that's another feel. So I don't really have the respect I had for her at first by me hearing her say that, because she ain't got nothing for me. So I'm not really taking it personal, but I did take it as like something to stand for, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had no idea. Because I went to your Instagram story and I seen the comment you was talking about because you posted it, and I was like, wow. So this more than.
To be highlighted, like we have a lot of things that people stand for. Like they've been doing Black Lives Matter these days. Then you had an LGBTQ community that people stand for, and they don't allow you to disrespect them. So how are you calling me a little monkey and not knowing that that's racist? That's extremely racist. It's like hateful. I don't hate the girl. I just want to beat you. You know what I'm saying? So for her to go as far as that, it's like, man, you got a lot of hate in your heart. I don't hate her. I don't hate nobody. So it was like it was too much. I'm funny. I tell jokes. That's all. Some people can't take my jokes, I guess.
Well, I was gonna ask you. I saw that fight week for Cameron Hernandez. You actually went to Las Vegas. You was in Las Vegas, Nevada. And another thing I wanted to ask you about is that potential fight, the fight with Cameron. You know what I mean? When you was over there, did you get to talk to anybody to at least have that conversation about a unification match with you and Chantel Cameron?
So when I was down there, I actually ran into Cameron. She was going to get her something to eat. We shook hands, and I said, you got the WBC, I have the IBF, and I said, I'm sure one day that we'll meet in the ring. And then she was like, yeah. Then we asked each other about each other's travel. It was respectful, and then we said we'll see each other in the ring. So
Mm-hmm.
her had a conversation. I talked to a couple of the reporters that was there. I tried to find Eddie Hearns. Couldn't get to Eddie Hearns though. And then when they fought, I tried to get to the ring. I got all the way down there, but they wouldn't let me get in. So
I dig it. I dig it. But I mean, it has to happen because found out that your fight is really for two world titles. It's not just one. The
that's
WB.
a surprise to me.
Yeah, it was a surprise to me because I found out on BoxRec. I saw it was for the WBO and your IBF.
Yeah.
So that's good that you got you if you know if you beat her, you got two world titles
I'm
instead of
from
one.
anyway.
I know, like I know, but
I know you
I
got,
know.
but you know.
Because I seen the Estetche fight. Like I was watching your fight with her the other day. I'm like, if she did that to Estetche, who throws more punches, she gonna beat the hell out of Bustos, because Bustos don't even throw like that.
And I'm gonna fight. She think she fought two bums recently. Sorry, forgive me for saying that. I'm not gonna call nobody no bum, Lord, forgive me. She fought fighters that don't add up to my caliber at all. And the last one she got a majority decision with. Okay, they both looked out of shape. Honestly, Bustos looked 160 pounds in a fight, so the officials lied and said she was 140. Because if that's what 140 looked like, soft marshmallow body, you know what I mean? Look. I'm a few pounds off fight weight and I look lean. I'm in shape. You know what I'm saying? She probably thought this whole time because I haven't fought, which I have fights in the gym and sparring, that is harder than them two little fights that she had. So, you know, nothing she gonna be able to do with me.
Yeah, I mean that's my prediction. Like it ain't even bootlicking.
Kept her mouth closed because I'm kind of nice. You know what I mean? Kind of nice. I don't really like hurting folks, but I'm gonna hurt her.
All right, all right. So when it comes to that fight, give us the fight date and the location for that fight, the Bustos fight.
August 20th in San Diego, California.
All right, San Diego, California.
San Diego. I always say it wrong, so I mean, don't
Yeah, because it's San Diego, not Santiago. Santiago would be with a T.
you know me, my bad. But
So
whatever.
it's I so just beyond that, because really, I like honestly, and it's not just me being nice. I like my prediction is Mcgee by knockout. I've seen Bustos over the years, like I have, and I would be lying if I told you that I think she has
Don't
a
get
chance.
up in this fight. I'm telling you, I'm excited about this fight. I was already excited, but her saying that just made it even more excited because now more people want me to beat you. So that just made it more exciting for me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because yes, I am a mother. You know what I mean? I talk. I can get under your skin, but you shouldn't allow me to get under your skin to make you. I brought the hate out of her. It's been there. I just brought it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's good for me to know that you just don't like me because of the color of my skin. That makes it even exciting for me.
Honestly, I was surprised because it's kind of like what you said, that you try to have respect. You know what I mean? You try to have respect for the athletes, but it's hard to respect her behind. It's like when Kovalev did it. When Kovalev had his kid with it, it's like it's hard to respect you after you do that, because
And like
trash.
trash
Yes.
is one thing, but racism that stems from a whole nother situation, and especially from what my race went through. Shall I say? You know, and I don't. I'm not even big on that. Like I have some of the best friends that are white and my like just of different races. We're like this, and race never crosses my mind. And I've never dealt with that from another fighter. She's the first one ever to you know what I'm saying, basically judge me for that. And I guess she thought, I guess her and her team thought that that would make me mad, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna enlighten it for the fact that in 2021 somebody is still using racist slurs. You know what I mean? But other than that, whatever. Still gonna do the same thing I was gonna do to you anyways.
I mean, like that's my prediction, that you going, like, honestly, even before all of that kicked off, I've seen her. You know, she was a champion with respect. She was a champion once, champion in two divisions. She's a former two division champion. But I do have you stopping her. That's how I view it. It's really beyond that fight. It's. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, it is. It's like, I mean, I wasn't taking nothing away from her. I respected what she's done and how far she went. But truth be told, it's like studying anything. If you study someone and you have no knockouts, either you don't have power or you never knew how to use it. And you're not going to know how to use it against a veteran like me. So, and I fought people as big as Holly Holmes that had, you know, power. You know what I'm saying? I've sparred with Clarissa Shields with power, you know. So It's like, if you don't have no power to make me respect you, I'm going to walk you down. You can try to run from me. I'm going to catch you.
Now, I wanted to ask you about this because most people don't realize, even though you look young, because you got a young face, you've been around since 2005. You fought Holly Holm. You fought Erika Farias. More recently, you fought Ana Laura Esteche. What advice would you have given yourself, all the experience you got now as a veteran of 16 years, what advice would you have given yourself back then when you was 18 turning pro?
I started boxing when I was 14, so I had an amateur career. What I would have given myself was to stay focused. My issue and why I didn't prevail back then, I wasn't focused. I always boxed off my talent. So a lot of people always liked it because they like, oh, she's good. But it's because I naturally can box. But I never used to train like I do now. Now that I'm older and more mature, they say sometimes when your mind, body, spirit, and everything comes together, that's when you become a great fighter. When I fought Estache, I had trained that entire year for that fight. That's where that every day comes from. And I say it's every day. I had used that to encourage myself because it was times where I wanted to give up because I felt like I wouldn't get an opportunity. So I would tell myself it's every day. You just got to do it every day by day. And as I kept telling myself that, it made me more powerful here and here. And then I started training and doing the little things I'm supposed to do every day. And I haven't stopped since. So that's the difference. The difference was my mind came together with my talent and my spirit. Because I always had heart. But when I got my mind right, it was a wrap. So my mental.
All right. Second thing I gotta ask you, and I'm not stirring the pot. I just gotta ask because this is what people want me to ask you about. You don't want the Mccaskill fight no more. It's a wrap for that.
The reason why I don't want the Mccaskill fight no more is because of Rick. Like, he's disrespectful too. And then it's like, for me, why would I not want to fight Mccaskill if Mccaskill is the top dog and we're right next door to each other? Like, I can spar somebody that I want to fight. When we fight, we got little gloves, no headgear. What's the difference? The male boxers do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I have respect for what Jessica did. And also, that helped me to prevail because for me to watch somebody that came from behind me come up, it was like, if she can do it, I can do it. And what she did was, she continued to work hard when nobody else was working hard. She continued to push when nobody else was. Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. But if talent work hard, it's unstoppable. So I had to change my mindset and put myself in that position. So I respected Mccaskill, but that don't mean that I don't want to fight you. So for Rick to be the way he is towards me and the disrespect that he gives off, but then he turns around when my coach gives him a call and say, I'm not doing any business with Mary. Then what's the point in all the hype? What's the point in all the talk? Keep my name out your mouth then. So I took control and said, you know what? I don't even want to fight Mccaskill no more. And I mean it. Like, I don't even want the fight. I'm talented enough to where I'm going to get the people behind me. I'm going to move forward with or without her. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I looked at it. The same way you can build a legacy, somebody else can come up and build their own legacy too. She's not my only way. And I had to come to realize that to take the power for myself. I don't need the Mccaskill fight. I can stay at 140 and do my thing at 140 and never fight Mccaskill. So that was the deal with that. It was one point in time where we did used to spar together some time back. And I thought about having Rick manage me, but I had two options. It was Rick and Brian. And Rick, even though he's going to say he didn't, we was talking and he said, well, I can get you a bare knuckle boxing fight. I wasn't interested. I have to do what my heart is at. It's not all about the money for me. I love boxing from my heart. So I'm like, I don't really want to do bare knuckle. Like, I'm not into that. But I was entertaining it a little bit because I needed money, you know? So then I was talking to Brian and Brian was like, look, I'll get you 3 fights. The third fight would be a real title fight. You ain't got to sign a contract until the title fight. I said, really? I rolled with that. I told Rick, I walked in the gym and I said, well, Rick, I've been talking to Brian and I kind of like the deal he got for me. I think I'm going to go with that. Thinking that maybe me and him could still stay friends, me and Rick, and we could still work together, whether me and Mccaskill was going to ever fight or not. He took that and he started acting different, started acting funny. You know what I'm saying? I started hearing things that was said about me and I just was like, yeah, I can't respect that. So that's kind of how that went.
Now, I guess my question now is, I kind of already knew that for you, the focus has shifted. The focus is not Mccaskill no more. My
Yeah.
next question is, if they were to offer you to fight, right? If they were to, not saying that they are, because I don't know. This is all speculation.
They not, but let's speculate.
Let's speculate.
Yeah.
If they offered you to fight, would you take it if it was offered?
It depends. I got Kate Taylor. I got Chantel Cameron to fight. I got other people in my weight class I can fight. I don't mind fighting my mandatories. Let me tell you something. And this with all due respect to all the undisputed champions. I've been boxing 20 years. In my 20 years of boxing, I go back to my dream when I started. My dream was never to be undisputed. My dream was to fight the best that was out there, that was offered to me, that was in front of me. That was my dream. So if it was just defending my IBF title against who the best is, that was cool with me. If undisputed is what's on the line and leading to, I'm cool with that too. That's why I want to have fun. I want to fight the best. I want to leave a legacy behind for my son. I want my son to be able to say, my mommy was great. I want him to learn from my example. That's it. So if it means, say I win this belt and I get offered a fight with Katie Taylor, I'm going to take that over a Mccaskill fight, because not even being funny, having belts don't mean nothing if you don't have the people behind you. Like Clarissa Shields, like Katie Taylor. Even Chantel Cameron is coming up with one belt. But with Jessica, the popularity isn't there. Why? I don't know. I don't understand. Even she beats Cecilia, and Cecilia's popularity is still higher. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to entertain the people and have the people behind you. So for me, my legacy would be wanting to fight the best that there is out there, you know? I'm not saying she's not the best, but I'm not here to argue with no manager that I ain't gonna fight. Like Rick, I ain't here to be shooting the boo-boos with you all day and you ain't talking about making no fight, dude. You know what I'm saying? Just leave me alone. That's how I feel about that. So I'm really not interested. And people probably think I'm just talking. I'm not. I don't care who fights her.
I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you caught this weekend's fight. Did you?
Oh, they gone, baby. But
you forget, because you in the ice bath right now. I just realized.
I'm on a time frame, and we did legs today. So in order for me to be able to go do my session tonight, I got to ice.
I understand. So I won't keep you. I won't hold up too much of your time. I just got one more question I want to ask. Did you see this weekend's fight with Jermel Charlo, Brian Castaño?
I didn't get to see the whole fight because I was supporting some other friends that was fighting locally, and I seen some clips of it, and I from the clips I saw, because I don't want to judge the whole fight. It seemed like it was a good fight. What people need, I've heard some of the commentary, but what people need to understand is it's two champions facing each other. Two champions. So you're not always gonna get the best out of one. Sometimes somebody gonna show up and they're gonna give you a hard time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go back and watch the fight so I can give better commentary. But that's just something I want to put out there. If I'm fighting somebody that trained for me and I train for them, of course they're gonna show some of their best stuff and it might prevail. And I'm gonna show some of my best stuff and it might prevail. We all not gonna just be dominant every fight.
I do agree with that. I think that the Brian kid, they think.
Yeah, you gotta have respect for other fighters on that level that they train too. They're prepared too. And when you think like that, you won't go in there with that mindset. Then when you get caught with something, now you shocked. Oh, they train for you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, because I think that they think that because they had never heard of that kid, they had never. A lot of people never. I seen the kid. Like, the kid is good,
yeah,
but they never seen him. So they oohing and on over stuff, not realizing, yeah, like, they both nice, man. They both nice. They both good fighters.
It's gonna happen like that. Sometimes you're gonna get in that fight and somebody just gonna have your number. And you're gonna have to you're gonna have to figure it out. But well, you have to figure it out.
Mary, I ain't gonna hold you. I know you freezing. I can see you freezing. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you. I want to say this for you. I like that you report women boxing. You put us out there. Like, everybody don't do that. You put us on your channel along with the men. I like that you're biased. Like you don't just take one side of things. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate that. Like I don't know if everybody else can. If you feel a certain type of way about me, you will see it. I've seen that. You feel a certain type of way about Mccaskill or Kaylee or Katie Taylor, you say it. So that's respected from me, honestly. That's why whenever I comment, I'm like, cool, I like that. And sometimes it be against me.
I've rarely ever went against you though. Rarely.
But not bad though. You know, but hey, you gotta put the news out there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And the person gotta respect it. So thumbs up,
I appreciate you. I wish you nothing, but I know you're gonna win. But you know, I know you're gonna win. I know you're gonna beat her. I know, because I
but I still got 5 weeks, baby. She should have shut her mouth.
you know what I mean? So best wishes. Stay up. Glad to have you on.
Thank you.